Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Aqilah binti Mokhtar. My number matric is 9190722. Today I will present about prepositions using some, a little, much, any, and others. Firstly, you must know what are the meanings of quantifiers. Quantifiers are used at the beginning of noun phrases. They are used to express an amount or a degree of something. They are also used with persons. Next is much versus many. Much and many are also known as quantifiers. They are used to talk about quantities, amounts or degrees, along with a lot of and lots of, and suggest a large quantity of something. When do I use much and when do I use many? Many is used with plural, countable nouns. For examples, dogs, dollars, tables, and children. Much, in other hand, is used with singular, uncountable nouns. For example, happiness, music, water, and time. There are not many doctors in the hospital today. In this sentence, doctors are countable. Many Brits choose to retire in Spain. In this sentence, Brits or British people are countable. There is not much light in this room, so let's open the curtains. In this sentence, light is uncountable. Too much money was spent on the royal wedding. In this sentence, money is uncountable. Too also is often used before much and many to mean more than was needed. For example, I bought too much fruit at the market. We will never eat it all before it goes off. And there are too many people in the waiting room. We use so rather than very before much and many in positive statements to emphasize a large quantity of something. So you will say, we have so much work to do today, and not we have very much work to do today. As much as or as many as are used to make a comparison and show that something is the same as or equal to something else. For example, there are as many at this meeting as there were at shopping mall. Okay, now is some and any. We use some and any with uncountable nouns and plural nouns. The general rule is that you use some in positive sentences and any in negative sentences and questions. For example, I have some ideas. I don't have any ideas. Do you have any ideas? However, we can also use some in questions. For examples, will you like something? I expect the answer to be yes. When we use some in a question, we limit that we are offering the other person. For example, can I get you something to drink? Coffee or tea? Means I am offering you a limited choice of things to drink. When we use any in a question, we are not limiting the choice. For example, would you like anything to drink? Includes a whole range of things to drink. Do you have any questions? You can ask me anything you like. We can also use any in positive sentences, which have a negative meaning. We often use any with hardly, without, or never. There is hardly any petrol left in the car. We need to go garage. He went out without any money on him. She never has any problem understanding. We can also use some and any at the end of a sentence as pronouns. Do you need any money for the shopping? It's okay, but I have already got some. Some in this sentence is money. Few versus little. Little and few are quantifiers. When they are used on their own, they have a negative meaning to suggest not as much or not as many as might be expected. But be careful, when little and few are used with an article, a little or a few, both words mean some and have a positive meaning. When do I use few and when do I use a little? Little is used with singular, uncountable nouns, and few is used with plurals, countable nouns to mean not as much or not as many. For example, the play made little sense to me, but I'm glad you enjoy it. This sentence sense is uncountable. The play didn't make much sense. She didn't want to go, but she had little choice. The sentence means that choice is uncountable. She didn't have much choice. There are a few people that I think will be qualified for the job. The sentence people is countable. There are not many people qualified for the job.